You just paid $40 for a plane ticket. Feels like a win, right? It's not. It's a trap. And you walked right into it. Here's the thing nobody tells you. That cheap fare isn't the airline being generous. It's bait. The moment you click buy, the airline already knows you're going to spend more. A lot more. In 2025, airlines will pull in $157 billion just from fees. Not tickets. Fees. Bags, seats, snacks. That's more than double what they made in 2016. So while you're celebrating your cheap flight, the airline is running a system designed, tested, and perfected to take money out of your pocket after you've already committed. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a flight booking page the same way again. Here's the truth. Airlines don't want printed on your boarding pass. The ticket price isn't the product anymore. You are. Think about it. Airlines used to sell one thing, a seat, point A to point B, everything included. Now, they sell you the seat, then the bag, then the legroom, then the boarding group, then the seat next to your own kid. Each one a separate purchase. This is called unbundling, and it's not an accident. It's a business model. A decade ago, these extra fees made up less than 10% of airline revenue. Today, it's nearly 16% and climbing. Airlines figured out something powerful. Show people a low number first, and they'll click buy before they ever calculate the real cost. By the time you're done customizing, you've paid almost what you would have paid before. Except now, it feels like your choice. Let's make this real. Say you're flying economy, and the fare shows $89. Feels great, but you need a bag. That's $35 each way. You want to sit next to your travel partner? Another $25. Maybe you want to board early, so your bag actually fits. $15 more. Suddenly, your $89 flight is $164, and you haven't even bought a snack yet. This isn't a glitch. This is the exact pricing strategy budget airlines run on. Some ultra-low-cost carriers now make over 60% of their total revenue from these add-ons. Not the ticket itself. 60%. That means the flight price you saw in the ad, it was never really the price. It was a hook. And once you're in the booking flow, psychologically, you're already committed. Backing out feels like a loss. So, you keep clicking add. Let's talk numbers, because this is bigger than your one flight. Globally, the airline industry is projected to bring in almost $1 trillion in total revenue this year. Out of that, operating profit sits around $66 billion. Now here's the twist. Average ticket prices have actually fallen. The real cost of flying, adjusted for inflation, is down roughly 40% compared to just over a decade ago. So how are airlines still profitable? Fees. Baggage fees alone bring in more than $44 billion a year worldwide. Add loyalty programs, credit card partnerships, mileage sales, and you get another $28 billion just from frequent flyer programs. United alone made over $10 billion in ancillary revenue in a single year. This isn't a side hustle for airlines anymore. It's the main engine. The ticket gets you in the door. Everything else is where the real business happens. Now, here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because this isn't just about airlines being clever. It's about you being studied. Every time you hesitate on that add a bag screen, that hesitation is data. Airlines run constant pricing experiments, testing how much fear, urgency, and scarcity it takes to make you click yes. Only 2 seats left at this price. Price may increase soon. Sound familiar? That's not customer service. That's behavioral engineering. And here's the part most people never realize. This same playbook didn't start with airlines. It's used everywhere. Hotels, food delivery apps, even your grocery app. But wait, the airline version is the most refined version of it on Earth. And once you see how it actually works, you'll start noticing it everywhere else too. Let's break down exactly how they built this machine. Most people think airlines are just greedy. That's the lazy explanation. It's not greed, it's precision. Airlines use something called revenue management, a system originally built by American Airlines in the 1980s that predicts, almost to the dollar, how much each individual seat should cost, based on when you're booking, how far in advance, and how desperate the route is. Two people sitting next to each other on the same flight, they almost never paid the same price. One person booked 60 days early and paid $120. The person next to them booked 3 days before and paid $340. Same seat, same flight, same snack, different price. Most travelers assume there's one fair price for a flight. There isn't. There's a model, constantly recalculating what you specifically are likely to pay without walking away. Let's go back to 2008. Oil prices spiked. Airlines were bleeding money. American Airlines needed a way to protect ticket prices without scaring customers away with a higher sticker price. Their solution? Introduce a $25 checked bag fee. Just one bag. Just $25. Competitors mocked it. Passengers complained. But here's what happened next. Every major airline copied it within months. Because the math worked. Customers still saw a cheap base fare, booked the flight, and paid the extra fee anyway, because by then, they were already committed. That single $25 decision in 2008 didn't just save one airline. It rewired the entire industry's pricing model. Today, that one-bag fee experiment has grown into a multi-billion-dollar global revenue category. One small test, one psychological insight. It changed how an entire industry makes money. Permanently. Okay, so airlines are playing a game with rules stacked in their favor. Does that mean you're powerless? No. Once you understand the system, you can start playing it back. Here's the mindset shift. Stop looking at the ticket price. Start calculating the total trip price, bag, seat, boarding, before you compare flights. That one shift alone breaks the entire trap, because the trap only works if you evaluate options based on the misleading number. The moment you calculate real cost up front, cheap fares stop looking cheap, and full-service fares often start looking like the smarter deal. This isn't about avoiding budget airlines forever. It's about never again letting a headline price make the decision for you. Let's get into exactly how to do that, step by step. Step 1. Before booking, list everything you actually need. Bag, seat choice, boarding priority. Don't add it during checkout. Decide before you're in the emotional booking flow, where urgency messages pressure you. Step 2. Compare total price, not base price. Add up the fare, plus every fee you know you'll need. Then compare that number across airlines, not the ad price. Budget airlines can still win this comparison, but now it's an honest comparison. Step 3. Book directly through the airline when possible. Third-party sites often can't show you real-time fee bundles, and you lose negotiating power if something goes wrong. Step 4. Screenshot your fare rules the moment you book. Baggage allowance, change fees, cancellation terms. Airlines change interface details often, and you want proof of exactly what you agreed to. Step 5. Use fare comparison tools that show total cost, not just base fare. Many flight search engines now let you filter this way, but you have to turn the setting on manually. Step 6. Book your seat and bag together if you're going to need both. Many airlines discount slightly when bundled at booking, versus adding each one separately later. Step 7. Watch for basic economy labels specifically. That tier is designed to strip out everything, including a carry-on in some cases. If you need flexibility, basic economy is almost always the most expensive option, not the cheapest. Step 8. If you fly often, calculate whether one airline's loyalty program consistently saves you money on the routes you actually use, not the flashy rewards, the real, recurring savings. Small, consistent habits here save hundreds a year, not once, every single time you fly. Mistake 1. Booking based on the first price you see without checking total cost. That's the single biggest money leak in flight booking. Mistake 2. Ignoring fare class differences. Basic economy and standard economy can differ by $100 plus in hidden restrictions, not just comfort. Mistake 3. Adding extras during checkout, when urgency messaging is designed to rush your decision. Mistake 4. Assuming loyalty points always means savings. Sometimes the member price flight is more expensive than a no-loyalty competitor on the same route. Mistake 5. not screenshotting your booking terms, then getting blindsided by a fee dispute with no proof of what you originally agreed to. None of these mistakes make you careless. They make you human, because the entire system was built, tested, and refined to make these mistakes feel natural. Now you know better. Here's where this is heading. Ancillary revenue isn't slowing down. It's projected to keep climbing every single year. Because it works. The more comfortable customers get with add-on pricing, the more airlines expand it. Seat selection fees are already spreading to routes that used to include it free. If you keep booking on autopilot, trusting the first number you see, you will keep overpaying, quietly, a little more, every single year. But if you start applying the total cost mindset today, you're not just saving on your next flight. You're building a habit that protects you from every future price manipulation tactic. Not just airlines. Hotels, subscriptions, delivery apps, they all use the same psychological framework. Master it once here, and you'll start spotting it and beating it everywhere else too. Let's bring it together. Airlines don't make billions by selling cheap tickets. They make billions because cheap tickets get you to click. And everything after the click is where the real money is made. Ancillary fees, once a tiny slice of airline revenue, now make up billions upon billions every year. Bags, seats, boarding, loyalty programs, all engineered around the same idea. Show a low number first, then let momentum do the rest. But you're not most travelers anymore. You know the trick. You know to calculate total cost before comparing. You know basic economy is a warning label, not a discount. You know urgency messages are pressure, not fact. This isn't about avoiding cheap flights. It's about never letting a fake cheap price control your decision again. Here's one most people never think about. Flight prices change based on your device and search history. While there's ongoing debate about how much this actually happens, airlines and travel sites do track repeated searches, and prices can shift the more you look at the same route. Here's a simple defense. Search in a private incognito browser window, or clear cookies before comparing prices seriously. It costs you nothing, takes 10 seconds, and removes one more variable working against you. Combine that with the total cost method from earlier, and you've now covered both sides of the trap, the fee structure and the pricing psychology behind what you're even shown in the first place. Small habit, real difference, especially on expensive international routes where price swings can be significant. Here's the bigger point behind everything you just watched. Airlines aren't uniquely evil. They're just really, really good at behavioral psychology applied to pricing. And that same psychology shows up in your subscriptions, your shopping apps, your bank fees, your insurance renewals. Every single one of those industries is running some version of this exact playbook right now, on you today. The people who build real wealth aren't the ones who avoid spending. They're the ones who understand the systems designed to take money from people who aren't paying attention. If this video just changed how you'll book your next flight, imagine what happens when you apply this same thinking to your money everywhere else. That's exactly what this channel is for. Subscribe, because the next video breaks down another system quietly working against your bank account. And I promise this one will surprise you even more.